Hello, everyone. I was going to start a little early. Thank you, Maurice, Anna, Alfie. Thanks for coming. I'm just running a little bit ahead of schedule, so I figured I'd go ahead and start. Try to see what's going on here. Something happened. I'll have to do this. I want to thank you all for coming. Something happened. I'll have to do this. So, all right. So, how you guys doing? It's Easter where you're all at. It's Easter evening here. Won't be Easter till till after midnight. We're 12 hours behind you, so we got about another 4 hours before it becomes Easter. So I want to thank you for coming on your Easter Sunday. I appreciate it. Good morning there in the Philippines, Maurice. Thank you for coming. I don't know. I think I told you before that I'm changing jobs. Well, that starts this Monday. I'll be going to a new site. I have to go in Monday for training, but after that, Monday will be one of my days off. I'll have Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays off. I'm going to work 4 10-hour days. I have to go in, like I said, Monday. I have to be there by 7 in the morning. And then the training will be whatever it is. I get paid for at least 4 hours. It can last 2, and I'll still get paid for 4. If it's 5 hours, I'll get paid for 5. But I get paid for a minimum of 4 hours for going in. I have to go in for the training. Me and the other guy that's going to be working there. He'll work, we'll only be working Monday through Friday. It's 10-hour days each day. He's going to work just one day. He's going to work every Monday. He's retired and only wants part-time. He only wants about 2 days, so they'll give him another day somewhere else probably. He'll work my one day off. And like I said, I'll have, after this weekend, I'll have every Saturday, Sunday off, and Monday, excuse me. Don't forget the Monday. It's a 3-day weekend. And so I'll enjoy that. So, as a matter of fact, next weekend I'm going to go up and see my oldest sister, and so and her husband, and maybe one of her sons. I can't say for sure if he'll be there or not. Her oldest son lives in Florida now. He moved down there. So I want to thank you, Laurice, for sharing my live stream and liking it. So, Eric, how you doing, sir? Welcome. If you want, Eric, there's a link at the top. You can punch on that and come up. Anybody can that wants to. I like having visitors. It makes the stream, I think, is better than me just sitting here talking. But we can do that as well. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom. This is where I have my computer set up. I can have it in my living room, but that'd make it very crowded. I'd either have to take my TV out or my dining room table. And so I have a nice large bedroom. That's a queen size bed there. And I got room to walk around on both sides of it. There's no problem there. As you can see, I got my current coffee maker there behind me. I don't drink coffee this time of night. Like I said, it's almost 8 o'clock. Matter of fact, I think it is 8 now. But I do drink coffee in the morning on my days off, and I drink coffee at work. So that I'll make. I got a little, I don't know if I can get this up here high enough to show you. This thing here is a coffee warmer. You turn it on, and it'll keep your coffee hot while you're sitting around doing other things, so your coffee doesn't go cold on you. I bought that because I used to watch TV and everything in here until I set my TV up, and I had the TV for almost a year before I even set it up. So I spent a lot of time in my bedroom, and that's why I have all the conveniences in here. It's just so it makes it easier on me. And now it's I still get up on my days off and get on my computer sometimes before I go anywhere else and do anything else. Like this morning, I got up and went to a Crystal Adventures live stream for a little bit before I even got dressed or showered or anything. Because she started at 7, and I woke up a little after 7 and jumped on. And then after that, I just went ahead and got ready. And I'm going to take my camera out and for a few minutes. But give me a moment. I'm going to mute for a second. I got to blow my nose. I don't think you want to hear that. Sorry about that. It's just, like I said, I didn't think y'all wanted to hear it. I know I wouldn't want to hear it. And you're more than welcome, Larissa. I really do appreciate all your support. You and LV and Charmaine and Lady and Crystal Adventure and a couple others. You guys really support me quite a bit. I really do appreciate that. You support me by sharing my videos and letting people know it. Larissa, at this time of morning, I was drinking a cup of coffee myself at 8 o'clock in the morning this morning. I'll probably be drinking one tomorrow morning at 8. Whether I'm sitting here at my computer or in my living room, I'll probably have a cup of coffee at that time. I don't know about Monday because I'll be at the new job. I don't know how much time I'll have to sit around and drink coffee during the training. Now, once the training's done, from what I understand, the job's very similar to what I'm doing now. What I was doing at Amazon, in just a different location. So I'll have time to drink coffee while I'm at work, which I will do. I'll drink a couple cups of coffee. I usually don't drink more than 2. I used to drink a lot more than 2, but not anymore. I used to drink a whole pot of coffee by myself. But now it's just a couple cups. Now today I had just 1 cup. Well, I had 2 cups. I had 1 cup at home, and then I went to a restaurant for lunch. I had to go get some new batteries for my key fobs. And here, I'll show you what I mean by a key fob. Some of you know, some of you probably didn't know. This is a key fob. This thing here. This is for my car. It's battery. It's got a battery in there that my car since was getting low in battery. I need this to start my car. It doesn't take a key to start it. I can unlock my doors with a key, and I can lock my glove box with a key, but there's no, hey, Zindy, welcome. But there's no key spot. So it starts with just a key fob, and if it loses too much power, yeah, key fob, thank you. Fob, not Bob, fob, key fob. Hey, Tim, if there's no power to the key fob, well, I can get into the car, but I can't start it. So it'd been telling me all week it was getting low. So I went in to get both my key fobs new batteries because they're the exact same age, So I took them in, and I thought I was going to have to pay something, and it was on the house. I guess because I bought the car brand new, it's only not even 3 years old yet. So maybe the first time it goes bad, they replace them because they didn't charge me anything to replace them. And I had bought a car before, used, that had the same thing, key fobs, and I needed the key fobs to do certain things, and the battery went dead. I was going dead in one of those, and that cost me $75 to change it. So I was thinking I was going to be out $150 today, and I wasn't out anything. So that was a great surprise to me. Really made me happy. And oh, by the way, I'm up to 790 subscribers. That makes me happy. We're getting there to 1,000. We'll get there sooner or later. Like I said, it's not a big goal of mine. As I've told many of you, I do this for fun. I don't have any plans on getting monetized, even if I do make 1,000. I'm not doing this for money. I do it because I like interacting with all of you guys. I like it gives me something to do. There's something I'm looking forward to when I do retire to do this a little more. I don't know if I'll uh, do live streams more or not, but I think I might put out a few more videos. But I will never be able to compete with Jerry. I call South Texas home. He does a great job, and I enjoy his stuff. I don't get to see it as much as I want because I try to keep up with everybody. It's hard to keep up. I'm always falling behind. I have so many people I follow, and so it's a little tough sometimes to keep up with everybody. And I want to thank you all for joining me, and all. I believe all of you are subscribed. If you're not, that's all right. I appreciate all my subscribers. Thanksgiving. I had pizza today, leftover pizza. Once a week, I usually buy a medium-sized pizza, and I get 2 meals out of it. I can buy a small and get one, but it's cheaper to buy a medium than 2 smalls. And I have an air fryer. I don't know if most of you may not know what an air fryer is. You may know what an air fryer is. I don't know. It's a machine that uses hot air to cook things. And so I set the air fryer, and it's a lot better than the microwave to warm up your pizza. It tastes a little bit more natural. It doesn't make the pizza soggy. I probably cook it longer than I probably should when I rewarm it. Probably should only do 2 minutes, and I do 3 minutes at 400 degrees. So, I mean, it gets it quite hot. There's I think I've told some people. I don't know if I told you guys or not. I buy these pre-cooked spicy chicken patties. And I tried that in the microwave. It was okay, but it's much, much better out of the air fryer. It doesn't say you can air fry it. It says oven, but it's the same temperature I'm going to get it on the air fryer, and I cook it for the same week, and it works quite well. And much, much better. So I really do like my air fryer. One of these days I'll have to do something with it, maybe show you guys how it works. But I doubt if I'll do that. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Yeah, I know, Tip. So I know you said you're moving at the next couple of days, probably the next day or so, because it's almost the end of the month. Hey, Jerry. You're more than welcome, sir. And if you like, come on up. I was just telling everybody that I'll probably once I retire, I'll probably do a few more videos. But like I said, I'll probably never be as proficient or prolific as you are. You put out a lot of good videos every week. I probably won't put out that many each week. But my microwave seems to make it a little more soggy unless you overcook it. But my air fryer will dry it out a little bit more, but it's more like it comes, like I said, I'm doing 3 minutes. I think I need to cut it down to 2. And that will, I think, take care of that. This is only the second time I did my pizza in the air fryer. But I do like it the way it comes out better. So I'll probably try to do it 2.5 minutes instead of 3. I've been doing it at the temperature of 400. I guess I could maybe take it down to 350 and do it for 3 minutes. But I don't know. We'll experiment with it. Like I said, I get a pizza almost every week. Not quite every week. Some weeks I'll get something different. Like I said, today I did something different. I went out for lunch. I usually don't do that. But like I said, I was going to the Subaru in the Goldstein Subaru, which is on Central Avenue in Colony, which is a few miles from where I live, about 10 miles or more. And all right, Jerry's here.
Hey,
Jerry. So anyway,
Windy,
yeah. So anyway,
Saturday.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
It's a windy Saturday today.
Yeah, well, it was a a cool Saturday. I mean, not cold. It was 51, but the breeze made it feel a little cooler today.
Yeah, 51 is chilly, but not as bad as 31.
Yeah. But later on, the same sun came out. When I first went out and about, it was a little more overcast. Like I said, I went to a place called Smoky Bones. It's barbecue beef, pork, chicken, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
I had a couple cups of chili and a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch. It's the only second time I've ever been to the place. It's very good. Like I said, I don't go out and sit down to eat very often. It's very seldom I do that. But I
Chili with
decided
beans or no beans, Larry?
no beans, no beans.
Okay, like Texas chili.
Yeah. But anyway, I had a little over a year ago. If I got a gift card to the place, and I still had some money left, so I decided, I'll go ahead and use the gift card, clear it off. I was going to go to someplace different. It's called Kabo, Korean street food. I was going to go there, and I stopped by, and they are remodeling. It looks like they're remodeling the place. And so it wasn't open. So I decided, well, let's do something different. That's when I decided to go to Smoky Bones and take care of that gift card, get that out of my wallet. I enjoyed the place quite. Like I said, I enjoyed it. The first time I went there was the last time before today. My oldest sister, my brother-in-law, and myself, we went there. We all got a gift card to it. A friend of ours gave us a gift card each. And what was left over, my sister and brother-in-law, we just put our cards in together, and whatever was left they gave to me, so I didn't know what was left. It was on one card, and it was almost enough to cover my whole bill, not counting the tip. I had paid cash for the tip, and like I said, went in, got the new batteries for my key fob, FOB, and thank you, Eric, for that, because I was calling it key fob, but it's a key fob. He's correct. And
What is that?
I thought that was going to cost me a lot of money. And it turned out the replacement for both my key fobs were free, replacing the batteries. So that's made me happy when I got done with that. Because I had a key fob that battery had to be replaced before on one of my Toyotas, and I bought those used. I didn't buy them new like they did the Subaru. And that was $75 to replace a key fob of one of those. So I figured it was going to be $75 twice, which would be $150. So I thought I was going to be spending $150 today, or if not more, because it's been a few years since I've done it, and it was free. That was a very nice surprise.
Yeah.
So how's your day going, Jerry?
Good. I went out to eat. I ate gar. It's been 25 years since I last ate gar.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I've never had it.
Here locally. I don't know if you ever ate gar. I don't know if it's that popular over there.
No, I've never had it myself.
Gar is similar to like a pike. They were they're similar like to those kind of fish, where it's slender, long,
Yeah.
with a big beak. Or I don't know. It's not a beak. It's just a mouth.
Like I said, I'm really not a fish eater. The only fish I really like, now I've had salmon. I don't care for it that much. I've had, I'm trying to think of what they call it. Can't think of it right now. And I've had tuna. Tuna's the one I like. Yellowfin tuna, I like it.
Not crazy about the tuna. There's a different horse over there. I can't see it, and I can't zoom in.
It's a white one. Your horse brown.
Yes, that brown one is still over there, but this one doesn't. It's not as smart. It doesn't eat the grass. It doesn't graze in the grass as the other one does.
Well, he's more grain fed, is what you're saying? He's a little more spoiled?
No, it's maybe a little bit more stupid. Not as smart. The other one can devour the grass pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
But this one, it's been there since Thursday, I think. But The grass is pretty high because of the recent rains that we had earlier this month.
All right. See, the chickens are eating.
Yeah, that's eating cat food. That one's eating chicken feed.
Yeah.
And this one over there.
I'm surprised the cats aren't running the chicken off of their food.
Right? I don't think they would like the corn and the sorghum.
Yeah.
They'll eat the corn and the cob, but they won't eat the raw corn like that.
Okay.
The cats do. Cats
No.
will fight the chickens for the corn and the cob.
Now, have you ever heard a different term for corn on the cob?
I think several. Well, it depends on what part of the country you're in.
Yeah. Well, see, now I grew up in the Midwest, Indiana, and we always called it corn on the cob. Now I moved 40 miles away to Illinois, and I was in fifth grade, I think. I went fifth and sixth grade, and I think I was still in fifth, or maybe the summer in between fifth and sixth. And one of my neighbors, one of my friends, my age, asked me if I wanted to have lunch or dinner with him. And I said, sure. I said, what do you have? And he says, we're having roasted ears. I said, roasted ears? I never had that. He goes, you never had roasted ears? So I go over to their house, and it was corn on the cob.
Well, I've heard of the ear referencing a cob.
Yeah.
I've heard that, but not roasted ears. I guess they just threw it on the grill.
They just called it roasted. I don't remember if it was roasted on a grill or what. That's just what they called it. And so maybe it was cooked that way. I don't remember. I just remember it was corn on the cob, and it's like, oh, I love corn on the cob.
Yeah, I've heard ear referencing a corn.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the ear of the corn is what they call it. I knew ear, but we always called it corn on the cob.
Yeah.
And there's another term that I heard for the first time when I lived in Illinois, and it's in the dictionary, pert deer.
What's the word?
Pert deer.
I have not heard that one.
It means pretty deer. It's two words combined to make one. Pert deer just means pretty deer. Pretty deer quitting time. Pert deer quitting time. But it is in the dictionary. But that was the first time I ever heard it was over there. And so, you're right. You go to different parts of the country, you hear different, it's like soda and pop.
Yeah, here. Down
some
here,
areas call it soda, and some areas call it pop.
In Texas, we call everything Coke except for the gas. Except for Dr. Pepper. It could be a Pepsi, it could be generic.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that too.
Yes. That's how we know it down here.
Yeah.
First time I heard.
I've heard that in other areas too, where they just call it Coke.
Yeah.
Everybody walks in and says, I'll walk in and order a Coke, and they say, well, we got Pepsi. Is that all right? I'll say, you got Mountain Dew? Because I don't like Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'm a Coke drinker.
Yeah, last time I drank Pepsi was when they had that clear Pepsi, talking about like 92, 93.
Yeah. Well, I'll drink it once in a blue moon, but I really don't care for Pepsi.
Yeah, I'm not a Pepsi drinker.
But I like Mountain Dew. I like the root beer. But, I don't know if theirs is mug or
I think so. No, I don't know. I think A&W might be Coke.
A&W is just A&W. That's all they call it. A&W root beer.
That's their own company?
Yeah, or at least it used to be.
PepsiCo, I don't know.
It was their own company.
Okay.
My very first job was at an A&W root beer stand. I was 15 years old. First place I ever got fired from.
Wow.
Hey, Mike. Welcome, sir. And Larice is telling you a happy Easter there, Jerry.
Larice, I'll say, yeah, I can't see the chat.
I know, that's why I was telling you. Yeah. I know you can't see it when you're on your phone.
Yeah, so happy Easter to abroad. We said Sunday.
Yeah, it's Easter over there already.
Yeah, I was on Celexia's stream earlier, about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching TV, watching the The Reachers, 2 movies with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And I was watching them in order. The other one's almost over, but I got it on pause. When I do my live stream, I'll finish it after the live stream. It's got maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes left. That's about it.
Oh, it'll take me 2, 3, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks to watch a movie.
On my days off, I'll sit, not always, but a lot of times I'll sit and watch a movie. I don't normally watch 2, but I did today. I did get out and run around some today, but not as much as I probably should have. That seems to be. Oh, that's because I narrowed it down. But anyway, so yeah, it just. I saw the movies; they were both there, so I decided to. I watched the first one, which is just Jack Reacher. Was it? I think that's all it's called, just Jack Reacher.
I don't think I've seen it. I'll see the free movies on YouTube. You know how they got that free with ads or something like that?
Yeah. Well, I happen to have Paramount Plus, which is a CBS station.
Okay.
It's you pay for it, but I pay not to have commercials, so I can watch. I can watch the TV shows the day after they were shown, and not have to have any commercials. Hey, Crazy, how you doing, sir?
That's good.
Crazy kids here, but it doesn't even cost a whole lot of money. But like I said, I can watch my shows without commercials. And they have all these old movies, and both these movies were on Paramount Plus. Jack Reacher and Jack Reacher Never Go Back.
I don't even own a TV. After the pandemic, my TV, during that time, the TV broke. You know how they're so cheap now? Whereas those, if they break, it's easier to buy a new one than take it to the TV repair.
Yeah. Well, I did have a TV during the pandemic. I just watched it on my computer.
Yeah, I don't watch TV anymore. Because I'm on YouTube when I'm free.
Yeah.
Facebook,
Crazy
Facebook.
Kid coming up. Hey, Crazy.
No.
So how you doing?
How's it going, Larry? How's it
Not
going?
bad. How you doing, Corey? But what you leaving, Mike? Salamat. Palam.
Alam.
Palam. How do I say it?
You say it like in 2 words, like pa, like father.
Oh, yeah.
Alam,
Palam, Mike.
Yeah, Alam.
Well, that means thank you in Tagalog.
No,
Corey.
it means bye.
No, I'm telling Corey that what it means. And Mike knows what it means.
Yep. Paalam is just meaning bye.
Yeah, just
Bye.
means bye.
The
And
other
salamat means thank you.
Then the other one, salamat is thank you. The other one is inat, INGAT. The G is silent.
You
That
know?
just means take care. Yeah. INGAT.
Yeah.
The
So
G
I
is
was wondering
silent.
what that meant. Enoch means take care. Okay.
Take care. It's just the G is silent.
So it's Enoch.
Yeah, you
Inat.
don't say you don't say ingat. You say just inat because the
Enoch.
G is silent.
Okay, cool.
Similar like in Mexico with some of the words, the G is silent. Some of them aren't.
Well, it's like J's or H's in Spanish, in Mexican.
Yeah,
Spanish,
the J and
anyway.
the X. The
Or
yeah.
H's.
The,
You go to San Diego, they got a place. If you look at the name and you try to say it as the English would say it, La Jolla, but it's La Jolla.
yeah, La Jolla, like the city.
Yeah, La Jolla. It's
Cool.
a city there in Southern California. It's a suburb of San Diego. When I first got out there, I was always wanting to say La Jolla, but then I had to stop and think because I took Spanish in 9th grade. And it's like, no, Larry, the J's H, so it's La Jolla. Just like Jesus.
Yep.
It's JESUS, isn't it?
Jesus.
It's like Jesus, but it's pronounced Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
And so, it's but like I said, ninth grade Spanish, I only took it for that 1 year. And
Yeah. No, I
barely
took
passed.
I took Spanish in 8th grade because it was required, and that's in 1980. No, 6th grade, I believe, about like 1986, 87 for me, and then French in high school at about 88, 89.
Well, see, I took a half a year of Spanish and a half a year of French in 3rd and 4th grade. The reason why it
Oh,
was a
that's
half a year each is because I moved to Terrytown Elementary midway through my 3rd grade, and I don't remember which was first. Then
that's
midway
kind of
through my
young.
4th grade, I moved away. So the second half of 3rd grade, I either took French or Spanish after I moved in there, so I was a half a year behind the rest of the students. And then for French, took the first half, and then we moved to a different school district. If you ever watch my the video on before I was Lazy Larry, I talk about how much my family moved. By the time I was 13, I lived in 18 houses. I went to 6 different elementary schools, and one of those elementary schools I went to twice. So that was seven different schools during that time frame. And then from 7th grade on, I lived in the same house till I went in the Navy. And just before I went in the Navy, my dad put the house up for sale because they were going to move again. So while I was in boot camp, I get a letter telling me, here's our new address, here's our new phone number.
Gee.
So yeah, my family moved a lot.
That's how you can tell your family loves you.
Yeah.
They send you their new address.
Yeah,
when
and
they
the
move.
phone number. Yeah. So I knew they were, like I said, going to move before I went in. The house went up for sale before I went in.
Yeah, you guys are talking about all the courses you took in grade 8 and 9 and stuff like that. I took art and lunch.
We always you had to have art and music too. I was never a very good singer.
Yeah, I was never a really good singer myself.
Like I said, people ask me to sing solo. Solo, they can't hear me.
Yep. And I'm right there along with you.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey,
Ed, how
Crystal.
you doing?
Hey,
Welcome.
Crystal. Hey, Larry, I got
Hey,
some
how you
good
doing,
news.
Cindy? And Crystal's telling you hi, Jerry.
Hi, Chris. Is what Crystal's Adventure?
Yep.
Hello, Crystal. Yeah, I can't see the chat there, Crazy Kid. I'm using my phone.
That's why I tell him when somebody tells him hi.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I got some good news for you, Larry.
What's that?
I woke up this morning. I checked my channel. 4,000 watch hours.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
So I guess you're gonna go for.
I put the ads on right away. I was like, "Oh yeah, hit that stuff up."
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go for it while I'm working. Of course, I'm not even to 1,000 subscribers yet. I'm at 790, which is fine.
Well, for YouTube Lite, you only need 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours.
I may have that. I'm not sure if I got this because mine. When I look at my YouTube, what do they call it?
Analytics?
No. My it's the analytics, but it's the studio, YouTube Studio. When I go into my studio, it gives it to me by the month, not by the year. How many views I have for the month? The last 20. Actually, it's the last 28 days. So how many views? How many hours?
Yeah. Well, if you go down to your Earn tab, like where it says Earn underneath copyright on YouTube Studio, there's an Earn tab there.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you how many hours watched you have.
Yeah.
Up to like a week ago. Now, they only show you what they've confirmed from last week.
Yeah.
So
now,
literally,
you be careful working there, girl. You mark both. And I'm working on Easter. Ooh, girl, you're a hard worker. Crystal says her and her husband are working on stills right now. And they work on recycling a lot of stuff. Her and her husband.
So they dropped down the instead of 1K, now it's 500 subs.
Well, for YouTube Lite.
Okay. I I had like 5,000 watch hours way like a year and a half before I even met 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
Took me a long time to reach 1K, but I was over the watch hours. I had never had trouble with watch hours.
Yeah, you see, YouTube Lite gives you monetized live streams, super thanks on your videos, and access to the YTT or the YPP programs help center.
You know, like I said, I'm not interested in doing any of that right now. I'm busy enough doing what I do because I'm still working 40 hours a week, you know?
Yeah.
So just answering all my comments, because some of the YouTubes get a lot more comments than others.
Yep.
But I answer every one of my comments. It may take me a day or so, but I get to all of them. And if it takes me longer than that, it's because it didn't pop up. I get some that pop up. And it's like, where was that? It's been a couple of days ago, and it's just showing up for some reason. Maybe they held it in review, you know.
Well, they got a policy strictness that you can check. You can put it on basic or strict or none.
I don't have any restriction on my comments. I don't have any restriction.
It goes to strict.
Yeah. But I don't have any restriction on people, doing all my videos either. I mean, if they want to copy some of it, I don't restrict it. I don't think anybody's going to want to copy my stuff that bad. They do, go ahead.
See, I never thought that either, up until this last little bit with this person that was stealing my identity and making claims on my behalf that were false.
Well, yeah, that's probably because they're jealous.
Oh,
see, I don't think I'm big. I'm not really big enough for any of that.
I'm not really big enough for that either, but the thing about it is they come after me, and then they got all bent out of shape because I reported them to the cyber crimes division of the FBI. So then they sent me an email back saying, I reported you to the FBI for false flagging me on YouTube. I'm sitting here, as soon as I read that, I was laughing. I was like, please do, because you have to give them your address.
Yeah.
That'll just make it easier for the FBI.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen or heard anything from that person for the past about 4 days.
The only really negative thing I had is when I did the video on Heat It Last, or I Have Heat It Last.
Okay.
One of the comments, somebody said, you can tell those people don't even want to be on camera. I said, I asked those people beforehand, and they said it was okay. They were making an assumption that I just decided to do a video and didn't ask the guys that were doing the work. I don't show people without getting permission.
Yeah.
I never have, and I'm not going to. So if you can see somebody's face, not their back or something like that, but if you can see their face, and I'm saying this is what they're doing, you know good and well I asked.
Oh yeah. Especially when you look at it and you were interviewing them, saying, like, all right, like, what's my, what's the deal here?
I wasn't interviewing, but I was telling people what they were doing, and one guy even turned around and waved, and because I told them I asked them if they cared if I did it, and they said no, it was fine with them, and they were actually working late that day. They came over after the time they were supposed to get off to put their brand new heater air conditioner unit.
Yep.
Because I hadn't had heat for over a day. My heater went out. They had to get a brand new heater. They didn't have one that they could replace it with.
Yeah, you see, the thing about it is you could have actually recorded them saying that they don't mind, or they approve that you are videotaping it, and you still would have had that person saying, oh, he's doing it without their consent. Really, fool.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's only really, well, I did have one other. I did somebody said I shouldn't be showing people's yards or stuff. I I said, look, you can see it from the street. You can see it from the sidewalk. You're allowed to show it as long as you're not showing inside the house.
Yep.
Or
Well, you're
showing
not
the
showing
people.
their address.
Yeah. I just show the decorations that they put up. You know, whether it's Christmas decorations, Halloween,
Yep.
you know, whatever decorations they have up, or even the one place that they have a real nice porch set up here in the apartment complex. They had a patio built onto their apartment. So this is somebody you know that's lived there for a long time, planned on living there a long time, that put it in. I'm not saying it's the same person there now, but whoever put it in did, you know. And so, like I said, you walk right up to it on the sidewalk as you're walking around the apartment complex. And then they got a little path that goes around it, so you're right there. It's in plain view. It's like the cops. If it's in plain view, they can seize it. All I'm doing is showing it. So,
Yeah, and the thing about it is, if it's out, like if you spit on the ground, they can swab that up for DNA.
Oh yeah, it's like if you blow your nose and throw it away, they can take that and do it the same thing.
As soon as it hits the garbage, all they got to do is just guard the garbage, get a subpoena for whatever's in that garbage, and it's theirs.
All right, everyone that's got a channel, as you see, Crazy Kid just typed in 3 L's, got his channel dropped. If any of you want to do the same thing, go right ahead. That's why I have the Nightbot set up that way. Some of you might not be able to see the banner at the bottom of my screen saying, please be polite to each other, plus connect to each other. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Then type LLL so Nightbot will drop your channel link. So that's all I request, that you be kind to each other, be polite to each other. You don't have to like each other.
For every like you give a content creator, YouTube ships out 7 more notifications to people that would have not normally gotten the notification.
So we always appreciate the likes. But oh, by the way, they're fixing that. I did a short on my sign at the end of my where you come into the apartment complex, where somebody had run into the sign and just tore it up. And finally repaired it. It's not completely done, but they got it pretty close to done. Just to give it a heads up for those that may worry about it. Bonice, how you doing?
So basically, they were singing, "I didn't see the sign."
Huh?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they were singing, "I didn't see the sign."
No, they reported that they did it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Whoever, because I asked at the office, and it happened over the weekend, a couple months back now, but a few months back. And I was talking to him about the sign. They said, "Oh, the guy that done it, told us about it, But
That was a hit and run.
No, it wasn't a hit and run. I don't know if it was he was driving too fast and lost control, or if the weather was playing a part.
He was being honest, and I love drivers like that.
He was honest
they
about
make
it.
a foobar, they own up to it. That's a good driver.
Well, that's a good person. I don't know about a driver.
Yeah.
It's a good person.
Yeah, but
I'll give you that.
Conscious.
Yeah,
That
like
hey,
said,
I messed up. I got to own up to it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him a good driver. It makes him a good person.
Yeah, it makes him a good person. You're right.
You can be a lousy driver and still be a good person.
Yeah, they probably called up the police station going, "I wrecked the sign." Then I opened
I don't know
eyes.
if they did. I don't know if they told the police or if they told the apartment management people. I just know that the guy reported, whoever did it reported it himself, that he did it. And so I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But they got most of the sign up. They don't have it quite all up yet, but they've been working slowly on that.
Yeah.
And where they're working on the pool, I thought they were going to put down either blacktop or concrete for the sidewalk, but they're putting brick down. They got most of the brick down for the sidewalk leading from the parking lot up to the swimming pool. That looks pretty good when they're doing that. So I may do that when they're done just to show it. I did show the how it looked while they were doing it, and so that may be another one I'll do sometime. like I said, I'm not quite as proficient or prolific at videos as Jerry. Jerry gets a lot of videos out each week.
Yeah, but I'll do mine. I might make 20 videos in one day.
That's what I
Then
said. But
distribute them.
you still put out quite a few a week. I
Right,
put out
but
one or two plus my live stream.
yeah. See, I don't do any live streams. I only make 3 videos today. But tomorrow I should make some more. I'm going to Mexico tomorrow.
Yeah, see me, I up until like Monday's going to start a new schedule for my channel. I was pumping out a video every day. I got them all scheduled all the way up until like April 8th. I've been dealing with some other stuff on the background, but after April 1st, it's only going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's not going to be every single day because I want to have a summertime too.
Yeah. Well, it just, for me, if I crank out too many, then I run out of ideas of what to do, especially during the winter up here. I really don't want to get out in the winter that much. I hate the cold. I hate snow. I was on LV's channel the other day, and she said it was really hot. I guess it was like, she said in Fahrenheit it was like 109 degrees. I told her I'd change weather with her. Yeah. She goes, it's really hot and humid. Are you sure? And I said, I'd rather have the heat. You can keep the cold.
Yeah.
It can be 40 degrees and I'd change weather with her.
I was talking to a fella down at the Tim Hortons. He's from Mindanao.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what do you think of this weather? He goes, you can keep it.
What part of Mindanao is he from?
He didn't say. He just said Mindanao. Like,
okay, well,
I just looked at him. I was like, oh,
LV lives in Mindanao.
Yeah. I was like, oh, if you're from the Philippines, he goes, yep. I said, what part? He goes, Mindanao. I was, oh yeah. This is yeah. I got some. I know some people that are from, like Manila, Dumaguete, Cebu. Where else? Valencia.
LV Rose Enso's from Mindanao. She's from General Santos, or I can't think of the name of the city right now, but she's from Mindanao.
Yeah. One thing I don't understand is BGC. Like, is that Manila?
What is it? BGC is Manila. Yeah.
It's located, I guess, within Taguig.
It's right next to Makati.
Yeah, you got Taguig and BGC is right there.
The Makati and BGC are the richer areas of Manila.
Yeah.
They're the higher end areas.
That's where Makati Mas used to.
Well, he was in Makati, but he's in. The last I heard, he's in BGC.
Yeah, he hasn't made any videos. Been months now.
Yeah. Well, he may be back. He's originally from Florida, so he might be back in the States. I don't know.
Might be.
I quit following him because all he was putting up was motorcycle rides, and it's like, well, around the city. I followed him for a while, then I quit. I just dropped out.
Yeah, he.
So
he bought
BGC is Manila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in Manila.
Bonifacio, Global City.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's right next to Taguig. Because I met a vlogger over there in Taguig, and then I had my Pinay friend say, you know what? Let's just walk to BGC. It's only a 10-15 minute walk. So we went to BGC. Not to buy it; it's expensive, but just to walk it, Walking Street, not Walking Street. What is it called? High Street or something like that.
Like
Walking Street is in. Yeah, Walking Street is
and Makati, both are the richer areas.
Yeah, the rich.
I'm not saying they're the only one, but they're both high end.
In other words, it's like big, gigantic city.
No, it's just a small little area.
Oh, they're not a small little area?
Yeah, it's not a big, huge city. It's just a small. I'd like to say it like a damn. What would you call it? What do you call it in New York? state. So a parish is in Louisiana.
The
Borough,
county or
like a borough.
yeah, like a borough for New York City.
Yeah, it's similar
A
to
little
that.
smaller than that, I would say.
Almost
Smaller
like a
than
suburb?
a borough.
Nah,
No, it's more like a neighborhood.
Yeah.
But
Village.
like how counties are divided into different areas. Like I live in Albany County,
Mm-hmm.
but I live in Waterville, not Albany, the city of Albany. So they live in Manila, but it may not be downtown Manila, but it's Manila. All right.
you got Metro Manila.
Section of.
Yeah, hub.
It says BGC is a suburb of Manila.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, like-
located right there next to Taguig.
Yeah, like so. In other words, Manila would be this metropolis, like
Yeah.
metropolitan Toronto.
Yeah, Metro Manila exactly. I'm from Texas, so it'd be Dallas Fort Worth. You got all those cities around and in between.
Yeah.
Because I think Metro Manila has like 9 or 10, 12 cities, something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
you got Quezon, which starts
Yep.
with a Q, but it's pronounced
Yep.
with a K.
Quezon City.
You got what do they call it? East.
You got Ermita, Makati,
Yeah.
Taguig, San Juan City, Pasay City.
I think Eastwood or something like that is another
Yeah.
small area.
Yeah. See, like just like Metro Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto started out as this, big city, and there was all these little towns around it, little villages around it.
Yeah.
And as Toronto got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, it just swallowed those areas up. They kept their little, like this is York and this is Exeter and this is, whatever. This is Scarborough, Milton, Hamilton. It's all part of Metro Toronto.
Yeah, it's like Tim says, it's all considered the national capital region.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like me. I live in the capital district of New York. I don't
Yeah,
live
it's
in the
just
capital.
one city that got so big it swallowed all them other towns.
Well, like I said, I'm far enough away from Albany, and I'm not considered part of Albany City.
Yeah.
But I'm still considered part of the capital district, which is, but like he said, it's all part of the national capital region. So you may be a separate city, but you're all part of the same area.
Yep.
And so that's what it makes it. How shall I say this? It makes it a little harder to explain to somebody that's not been into an area like that.
Yeah. If you didn't just explain it was like a metropolitan, where it's, just one city swallowed all the rest of them.
Well,
but it is.
By Chicago, Illinois, there's part of Indiana that's really close, and what they call that part is the region. It's the Chicago region, but they just call it the region.
Yeah.
And they do. I mean, they'll tell you, I'm from the region. It's like, okay, so you live close to Chicago. Bully for you,
Is it windy?
Yeah, but I mean, they act like it's a great big deal to be from that area.
Yeah.
Okay,
Same thing with people from Toronto. I'm from Toronto. Yeah. Okay, great. Where prices are three times the price of, a loaf of bread costs 3 times what I pay down here. Wages aren't any higher. And the price of fuel is 2 to 3 times the price. The price of housing is 8 times the price. And you're proud to be from that, and you're not making any extra money?
Well, it's like I said, it's like the region in Indiana. I probably went to Chicago almost as much as they did, and I lived 4 hours away. They just happened to be from the region, so it's like, well, I'm from the region. We got all. How often do you go into Chicago? It's like, it's like me. I live close to Albany. Unless I got to go down there for work, I don't go there.
Yeah.
I mean, I go into Colony, which is right next to it. But to get The only time I go to Albany is cutting through, going somewhere else. Now, the new job I'm going to have is going to be right outside of Albany. It might even be considered Albany. But the address is not Albany. It's another little town. It's another little suburb. But I got to go by Albany and probably in what's considered the city of Albany to get there. But then on my way home, sometimes I'll probably cut through Albany because I don't want to go the highway. But maybe not. I just haven't decided yet.
Well, I'm gonna skip outside for a real quick smoke. I'll be right back.
All right. Should still be here. But,
I'm counting all the chickens before I lock it up.
I see that.
Well, don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Right? Yeah.
Quite a
I
few
leave those.
chickens.
Yeah, I leave those for tomorrow. Oh, that's a fake one. Almost getting ready to. I'm gonna edit one video and probably upload it tonight. I only made 3 today. I didn't make that many videos.
Okay.
I only went out to eat, and that's about it.
Well, like I said, I mean, when I first started, I did a lot more videos and I'd be way ahead and I'd have them scheduled. It's like when I go on vacation, I do a lot more because it's something different. And then I'll schedule them out and spread them out so I'm not putting one up every day. But that's me. I mean, you know, I do it. I spread it out because this way, if I run out of ideas on what to put up, I got a little ways to come up with something, you know. Right now, I have nothing in the old computer banks to put up until I do something else. I'll have to come up with something this week to put up.
Yeah.
It'll be something small unless I come across something that more interesting. Once I start my new job, I may do a thing showing everybody my workspace again and the view I have. But I don't know. It just depends on how interesting it is. But
Yeah,
by the
Those
way,
two things in the way of the view, those are my feet.
well, like I said, from my understanding, the job's going to be very similar to what I was doing at Amazon. I'm going to be out at a gatehouse stopping unwanted visitors from just wandering in, you know. I guess they have some people just wander in every once in a while. Now, they have to go through security to get on the place where they can wander into where I'm working. That's a different security outfit. So I'll be working in conjunction with this other, which is something different for me. I've never worked in conjunction with another security outfit, which I'm going to be doing now. But like there's a different security outfit that's actually in charge of security for the Port of Albany, which is where I'll be working. But I'll be working at a particular business inside the port to keep people that are not supposed to be there from coming in onto their part of the property. And Monday's going to be the first time they've had security for that reason. And so the guy that I'm going to be working with, he's going to work my day off, which is Mondays, will be the one that actually work the first day of the new job. And then I'll be working Tuesday through Friday, 10-hour days. Originally, it was going to be 12-hour days, and it's going to be 3 12s and a 4. I'm just glad my boss talked me into doing 5 10-hour days instead of 5 12s, because the other guy would have worked an 8 and a 12. And,
5 10 hours.
Yeah, 5 10-hour days. I'll work 4.
Very good.
I'll work 4 10s.
10
The other guy
overtime.
will work 10, huh?
10 overtime.
No overtime. No.
No?
I'm going to work 4 10-hour days. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said 5 10
Somebody
hours.
else is going to. Somebody else is going to work the other 10.
Okay.
The guy named Steve, he's going to work Mondays. He'll work that 10-hour day. Then I'll work 10-hour days Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. They're going to be closed on Saturdays and Sundays. The job I'm working. Now, I was told occasionally they may want security for the weekend or one of the days on the weekend, and that will be overtime. if I work it. Now, if Steve wants it, I'll let Steve have it because I'm not that. I'll take overtime. I'm just not that crazy about it. I've worked most of my life. I had my very first job outside of cutting grass, shoveling snow, raking leaves, that kind of stuff. At 15, I delivered newspapers. I did that too as a kid. My first real job at 15, like I said, it was the first job I got fired from too. But I've been working off and on since I was 15 years old. I'm 70. I've been working for quite a while, and I've worked a lot of overtime in those years. And some of it I got paid for, and some I didn't because the Navy don't pay you overtime. You work whatever you got to work, and you got paid the same. So, your contract guaranteed you 3 meals, 1 meal a day, and I forget how many hours sleep, if possible. And that's the way it read. If possible, you were guaranteed this. So, in other words, if you had to work straight through without any of it. But, that would be under extreme circumstances, such as wartime, that you couldn't stop fighting. You can't just stop fighting to eat. But I was never in that situation.
Yeah.
I have been in some strange situations. I've been on a ship that was collided with another ship.
Gee.
Oh yeah, we were in the port of Kaohsiung, which is Taiwan, and I was in the head. For those of you not Navy or Marine Corps, the head is the bathroom, the CR or the latrine if you're in another branch. I was in the CR or the bathroom, the head as we call it in the Navy. Use the bathroom and the sound goes off for collision alert. General quarters. This is not a drill. Well, I'm in the bathroom. I can't just get up and run, folks. And we hit this other ship. So by the time I make it to my quarters where I'm supposed to be at for collision, general quarters part, it's locked up because everybody else had to go somewhere else. And I wasn't there, so they locked the place up. So I'm sitting outside of my general quarters area on a hatchway, waiting for them to come back.
Wow.
And
so you were in guard of the turd tower, huh?
Well, no, I was when it went off, but I was supposed to be in the laundry. They check for water leaks and stuff like that. That was my job, to report any damage to the area. But I couldn't get in there to do it, So I'm just sitting outside of it, the door, and everybody comes back. There was damage. I felt sorry for the hall techs and the repair people because they worked around the clock for about a week or two to repair not only our own ship but the other ship. We hit a different ship, and we were under a pilot, which means a tugboat bringing you in, and for some reason they brought us in too fast, and we hit a ship that was moored to a pier. That means they were tied up to the dock, and we hit them. Put a big old crease along their ship, so because it was considered our fault, even though we were under a pilot. Our guys repaired their ship and had to repair our ship, so they were working 12-hour shifts, 12 on, 12 off, for about a week or two. I can't remember how long because I'm not in that division.
Yeah,
I feel sorry for those guys because we were in Kaohsiung for a couple of months. My ship was a repair type ship. It was called a tender, a destroyer tender, my ship's number was AD-14, Auxiliary Destroyer 14, which means we repaired destroyers. Well, when we got into Jerry dropped off. Hey, Jerry, hopefully you're still there, man. Take care. Palaba, something like that.
along.
Palaba. And anyway, the girls called us VD-14. I think you can figure that out.
Yeah.
But I spent total. I've been 2 SPACs. I spent a total time of about 4 months, maybe 5 months in Taiwan, a little over 3 months in the Philippines, about 4 months or so in Japan, Yokosuka, about 2 weeks in Hong Kong. Went to the island of Okinawa. I cannot remember what the port's name was. It's part of Japan. Spent about a week to 10 days there. It got in that Jerry, thank you.
Yeah. Take her easy, Jerry. Oh, I've been watching this chiropractor online lately. Man, I want to go see him. He's got an office in Texas, Houston, Texas, and one in Orange County, California. I think he's working out of the one in California. I'd love to go see him.
Well, Orange County is LA area.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, it's around Disneyland, I believe, might be Orange County.
Yeah. But some of the stuff this guy does, oh man, that looks like it would be so relieving.
Yeah. Like I said, I was in San Diego. I went to Disneyland when I graduated from boot camp. We had free tickets. All the sailors had free tickets that were graduating, and they gave us free bus rides up there for our graduation. And so I got to go to Disneyland. My older brother was also in the Navy. He pulled into port the day I graduated from boot camp, so he was at my graduation. I didn't know he was going to be there. His ship pulled in. They were on their way to Hawaii. He was home ported in Hawaii, and they were coming from Virginia Beach, Virginia, or Portsmouth, Virginia. I can't remember which. He was at both places. Brand new ship. They went through the Panama Canal, which took him down below the equator. So He became a shellback on his first cruise. A shellback is somebody who crosses the equator by ship and goes through the initiation. If you don't do that, you're considered a polywog. I did 2 Westpacks, and I am still a polywog. I never crossed the equator. And if I did the 3rd Westpac that I was on a ship to do, and instead I got off the ship and did something else, if I did it, I would have been a shellback on the 3rd cruise because they went down to Australia, which I'd had to cross the equator to do that.
Yep.
But I was transferred off the ship before they went, and that's my fault. I should have done a 3rd cruise. Even on my first ship, I could have done a 3rd cruise. Now, on my first ship, I probably wouldn't have crossed the equator. Because, like I said, my ship happened to be one of these ships that worked on other ships, so they didn't play games. Their job was to repair other ships. That was the whole function of my ship. My first ship. Excuse me. Melting that pizza I had for supper tonight.
Where'd you get the pizza from?
Oh yeah, it was pepperoni. I like my
where?
pepperoni pizza. I like my pepperoni.
What brand?
It's a pizza place that delivers.
Wow.
Dom's Pizzas. I have them deliver. I order from them about once a week. Usually it's a pizza. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's something. I've had strombolis. I've had dinners. Matter of fact, I put up a video of the eggplant parmesan.
Oh yeah.
And that was from there. I did a meatballs and ziti, cheesy meatball and ziti, also from there, a dinner. So like I said, sometimes I'll order a dinner, but usually it's a pizza. And when I order a pizza, I order a medium. And I eat half of it for one meal, and then I keep the other half. And like I said, I got the air fryer. I think it tastes better on the air fryer than the microwave.
Yeah.
And so I'll
But
do it.
It doesn't make it rock hard when it cools off.
Well, what you got to do is you got to kind of, I'm going to have to cook it for less time. So it doesn't dry it out quite as much.
So you
But I
turn
think
the
it tastes
heat down.
better when you eat it right out when you eat it right shortly afterwards, I think it tastes better than the. Likewise, remember the G is silent in the word inot.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm trying, Jerry. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Palam. That sounds like two words.
Yeah, Paul Alum.
Palam.
Thank you for the heart there, Crystal.
Oh man.
But so yeah, it just like I said, I just happen to like. I found them. They happen to be close to where I live, and the only places that really deliver to where I live without having to go through something like Grubhub or something like that is Domino's or Dom's, and I prefer Dom's. It's even closer, but I just prefer their pizza.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I call there, and if it's Bubba, I don't know if Bubba's his real name or not, but he goes by Bubba. If I call him Bubba, he goes, "Oh, hey, Larry, put it on the card." I put it on my bank card. Instead of paying cash, because if I put it on my bank card, it's like paying cash. Unless I give them my PIN numbers to get cash back, and my bank treats it like cash.
Yep.
There is no charge for using it. So I was I should have said this to a guy one time. I was in the bank. I used one of my bank cards to pay for my groceries. And the guy says, "Oh, that's why you're always broke." I don't even know this guy because that's why you're always broke using a credit card. And I felt like turning around and telling him that, but F off. I said, "This is my bank card. As long as I don't put my PIN in there, it's just like cash. So shut that F up." It's just like, especially, I don't even know the guy. I mean, what the heck is he sticking his nose in my business?
Yeah.
I want to put my credit card or not.
Yeah, that's the thing about today's people. It's just like so easy to freaking accuse people of something.
I was in line for one of these lines where it's 20 items or less.
Yeah.
And there was some lady in that line ahead of me that had at least 40 items, at least. And I did say something about that. Her and her husband was standing there. And there was another lady there with me. And she looked at me, she goes, "I like old people. They just say what they want to say." And I'm too damn old to care what she thinks.
Yeah.
She knows what she was doing was wrong.
The thing about it is like people nowadays is they're so ready to assume and convict somebody of their own narrative.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she just figured nobody was going to say anything to her.
No, I mean, like that dude was like, "That's why you're broke all the time." It's like, when did I ask you for financial advice, fool?
Yeah, it just, but like I said, I've getting to the point where somebody says something stupid, I'm just going to tell them what I think. It's just like, am I effing you? What difference does it make if I'm not effing you? It doesn't matter.
It's just like when that whole pandemic thing started. I went to the grocery store and I walked from here to the grocery store, and it's like about 1.5 miles away.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's, it was springtime, spring early, like late spring, early summer kind of thing. Or late fall. It was kind of one of those, in and around that, late fall, early spring area.
Yeah. Where it's still nice weather.
I had a jacket on.
Yeah, but it's still nice weather.
Yeah, it was still decent weather.
Yeah, it's still fairly nice.
And the pandemic had just freaking started firing up. And I'm in the grocery store, minding my own business, shopping for my items. I got my backpack on. I just got done talking to a friend of mine I hadn't seen in a couple of years who was fighting cancer, and sadly he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen him in so long. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" We sat there and talked for a little while, and I was eating a Werther's candy. Okay, and some of the candy started going down my windpipe when I was walking down this aisle. So I cleared my throat. I was like, just to get it out of my windpipe.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I hear this freaking millennial kid behind me. Well, if you got COVID, maybe you should stay home. I stopped dead in my tracks. I turned around and I was like, listen, fucker. I had a little bit of candy coating going down my throat, but no, you have to assume and accuse me of the most dangerous thing possible in this time. I am a heavy smoker. Naturally, I'm going to have a smoker's cough. But no, you have to accuse me of the most dangerous thing on your assumption without any proof whatsoever. And I says, and I am overweight and out of shape, and I walked halfway across the fucking city to get here. Sorry for the language. To get here to get my groceries, not to get your lip, not to get your attitude, and not to get your accusations. All of a sudden, his mom started freaking spouting out. And I'm like, listen, lady, you're not out of the woods on this either. If you would have spent at least another 5 years teaching this little bastard right here some manners, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what gets me? You're talking about COVID. And I understand, where I disagreed with it, but I wore the mask because that was required. But what gets me is people are still wearing the mask. And not that they're still wearing it. I still see people in the car by themselves wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I have a friend that's mask conscious. So whenever I go around her and her family, I wear a mask.
Yeah, out of respect.
Yeah. I mean, her mom up there in age and not in probably the greatest of health. So she's really worried. And, she's worried about her mother. Her father passed away during that time frame, whether it was COVID or something else. I don't know. So like I said, out of respect for her and her family, I wear a mask. But we don't wear it if we're in a restaurant. We'll take them off and eat.
Yeah.
But that's what you do. But I mean, if I'm going to just sit around and if I get something that feels like, hey, I may be sick, I go get checked out out of respect for her and her family.
Yeah.
Because I do spend time with them. This is somebody I've known for 35 years.
Yeah.
Her daughter calls me Uncle Larry. So, out of respect for them, I'll get checked out.
Yeah.
Now, I have to pay for that checkout on my own because I don't have Part B. All I got is Part A for Medicare.
Yeah.
And so there's a certain part that I have to pay because Part B would pay it, but because I don't have it, it doesn't because I don't have Part B because the VA takes care of most of my medical. And they won't charge Part B or Part A, either one.
Yeah.
So I don't want to pay about $170 a month for something I almost never use. The few times I go to get this check for COVID or whatever, it doesn't even cost me what a month would cost me to save that money. Yeah. And I may go maybe twice in a year. So that's 10 months, over 10 months, I'm paying for something I don't absolutely need ever. Yeah. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. But this lady that was in that grocery store, she calls the manager over. The manager comes over. I'd known him for like 35 years.
Yeah.
He comes up and he goes, "What's going on, Corey?" And I was like, well, I'm going to let them explain it. And they could not freaking convince the manager that I was in the wrong. They're like, listen, I have known this man for over 35 years. I've known him longer than I haven't known him. If you fired him up, it's your fault.
Yeah. Let me do this.
Oh, they just left their stuff right there in the middle of the aisle and fucked off. And I was like, goodbye. Take that attitude and change it before you come back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some people just think, we're better than you. Then that's just the way they think.
Some people think that their freedom of speech covers slander, libel, covers false accusations. They're allowed to say whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. Yeah. That's just not the case.
No. But like I said, though, I mean, it's amazing how rude people have gotten in the last few years.
Oh, yeah. And it's
been since the pandemic. It's gotten a lot worse.
it's been since long before that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's gotten a lot worse since.
It's gotten a lot worse since the pandemic, but it's really gotten bad since the court stepped in and said you cannot discipline your children anymore.
Oh yeah, but I meant I'm
Like,
talking about
that's started.
the adults being so rude too.
Oh,
Kids have been
they
rude
get-
for a very long time, but some of them are probably adults now.
yeah, but you get the point where freaking you can't punish your kids for misbehaving. Otherwise, the parents are the ones who go to jail.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, like the parents now have to deal with these unruly children, and that just drives their stress levels up.
But also though, if you call the cops in, the cops say there's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Cops
I mean,
won't do anything
the
about
kid
it.
could be underage, breaking the law. You can tell the cops there's nothing we can do. I mean, it's crazy.
And they wonder why freaking crime has gotten so far out of hand. Need coffee. Yeah, they wonder why crime has gotten so far out of hand because the cops have gotten to the point where they just can't do anything about it
Yeah. Oh,
because their hands are tied.
Well, you look in New York. You arrest them, they let them right back out.
Yeah. Well, if they don't have anything to charge them within 4 hours, they got to let them out.
No, they can be charged, but they're let out by the DA. They're just
They make
there's a
deals
guy
with
that just pushed a person in front of a train and killed the person. Did not know the person, just did it. He's been arrested a few times. Now he may have mental problems. I don't know. But if they would have kept him in jail or got him some mental help, there was a cop just killed in New York City, 31-year-old cop. The guy that shot him, killed him, been arrested 21 times, 9 felonies. The guy that was with him, the driver, he'd been arrested 14 times. I don't know how many felonies. Attempted murder was one of them. He only spent 2 years in jail for that.
Whatever happened to the three times and you're done rule?
You're in New York now, buddy. Forget that noise. New York. They got these illegal alien crime syndicates that steal all they can in New York, and then they go down to Florida, sell it for the money, and then come back to New York. And somebody asked him, "Well, why don't they just stay in Florida?" And the guy said, "Because we'd get arrested in Florida if we were stealing."
Yep.
So they know they can steal up to like $950 worth of stuff at one time, and they're not going to get arrested because it's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And they won't go to jail for it. They won't be arrested. So they go in, steal 950, go out, go somewhere else, steal another 950. It doesn't add up. It's just each time. And then they go down to Florida, sell all this stuff, make the money, then go back to New York and do it all over again. And they will not do it down in Florida because Florida, they will arrest them and throw them in jail.
Yeah.
And and they know that. So they know they can get away with it in New York. So that's why they do it in New York. It's like California. They can get away with it in California. The governor of California, Mr. Newsom, was in a store one time and somebody was in there and stole a bunch of stuff and walked out. And the governor asked the cashier, "He didn't pay for that, did he?" He goes, "No." It was female. She goes, "No, he didn't." "Well, why didn't you stop him?" Because the governor just let him out. It was the governor she was talking to. And he couldn't believe it. But it's his rules. You can't do it. They're not going to do anything to these people if it's under a certain amount of money. And the company says, "Hey, look, we can't stop them because then you're going to get in trouble." There was somebody stopped one person from stealing some stuff. He got fired for stopping them. I mean, this is out in California. This is how crazy it's gotten. That's why so many businesses in California, stores, have shut down and moved out.
Yeah.
Because and the ones that haven't, everything's under lock and key. Hey, Viking, how you doing, man?
Hey, Viking.
But
Well, I
it's,
think I'm gonna drop down here, bud. I
that's
gotta
all right.
make
I'll
some
probably,
videos. Of my,
I'll probably end it here pretty soon.
yeah, I gotta make some videos of my own. So
Yeah.
try to keep
Well, like I
ahead
said,
of myself.
like I said, Saturday's my fun day. This is where I come on and
Yep.
talk with people, hopefully, and try to enjoy myself.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, everybody, I'm not sure if I'll do a live stream next week. I got to check with Elvie. I think she's doing one for a giveaway. And plus, I'm going to be up in Elba, New York, which is right outside of Batavia, visiting with my oldest sister and brother-in-law. And maybe their youngest son, he might be home visiting. Now, our oldest son lives in Florida now. Him and his wife moved to Florida. Both his sons are in college, so I won't be seeing them. But I'm going to go up and see my oldest sister for the weekend. We'll probably go to that pancake place I like to go to on Sunday. It's only open during there's a certain season. Matter of fact, next weekend will be their last weekend open for the season. They shut down right around Easter, so they're going to shut down a week after Easter. It's the maple syrup season. They're open for that. They make their own maple syrup, and they have buckwheat pancakes. You go in, you pay one price, you get all the buckwheat pancakes you want to eat with real maple syrup. I do mean real maple syrup. They make it right there on site. And you can buy maple syrup to take home and maple candy and maple butter and all this good stuff if they haven't sold it all out. And
Everything that they can make with tree pea.
yeah, well, go back last year. I want to say it was in March last year. You'll find my videos on that Cartwright maple tree. I show that what I had to eat, and then mention what it cost, and then I showed you the equipment downstairs where they make the. Unfortunately for me, they weren't making maple syrup that day, but I did show you all the equipment,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So there's a couple different videos on it. I doubt if I do one this time because, like I said, I just did it last year.
Yeah.
If I do, it'll just be showing what everybody ordered. And
That's if you get there in time to actually catch them making the syrup.
no, this late in the season, they're done, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What I need to do is take some time off and go down. I think they do it on a Friday, and I'm working Fridays. Now, this year, I do want to get down to Albany area. They have last year they had a Filipino festival. And I didn't find out about it in time to be able to go down to it. So hopefully I'll find out about it. As a matter of fact, I was working Saturdays at that time when they had it. Now I have Saturdays off, so I don't know if it's a Saturday and Sunday or not, but if it is, I'll get down there at least one day, if not both days, and get some videos of that. There's a lot of Filipino nurses in this area. They work at the hospital. So, they're going to be male and female nurses naturally.
Yeah.
And then some family members, might even be some doctors, I don't know. And then their family members, So I thought it might be interesting to get down there and see that, see what kind of festival or what kind of stuff they have going on. So I want to get down there this summer for that.
Yeah.
So we'll get, I know that's one of the videos I have in store for later on. I've been thinking about maybe taking and running down to New York City to Little Manila. And I've never been to a Jollibee. They got a Jollibee there in Little Manila. Maybe go there, get a video of that, and maybe pick up a 6-pack of San Miguel painted label. I haven't had a San Miguel since I left San Diego, California, back in '77. So, that might. It'll take me a long time to drink a 6-pack. I don't drink. I haven't had a drink in over a year.
Yeah.
I don't drink and drive. And I don't like drinking by myself. But if I buy that 6-pack, I will drink it by myself.
You will suffer the consequences.
Well, everybody I run around with up here, none of them drink.
Yeah.
The people I run around with. So, and hell, I got a bottle of wine in my refrigerator somebody gave me for Christmas, unopened. I don't know when I'm going to open it. I'm not much of a wine drinker. I was thinking about giving it to my oldest nephew, but they moved to Florida, so that's not going to work.
Nope.
So I'll have to open it up sometime and drink it, but I got to find out how long wine lasts after you open it, I don't know. I never had a bottle when I did drink wine. It never lasted long enough to go bad.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it never lasts past the day I opened it.
Yeah.
That was back when I was a drinker.
It disappeared faster than.
Oh yeah, but I drank. I used to drink the cheap wine like Boone's Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I got to jump down. I got to record some videos myself. I got some
All right.
on the pipeline. I got to get doing and got to do some more research on some videos that people want done. And
I did like that one on Neil McCoy.
oh, the shake. Yeah.
Now you
Yeah,
do know he's Native American, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's got one song. It's a. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. It's a patriotic song that he plays at every venue, and he's played it something like 300, 400 times. And he started doing it, and so every time he has a show, he does this patriotic song. I can't remember. It's which one it is. I cannot remember it. But they did an interview on him, and they said, "Well, you did it. I think it was right after 9/11, and he's done it ever since." And
Yeah.
so whenever he does a show, his own show, I won't say it's because if he's on a show he does it, but if he has his own concert, he does this song every time, and he says he's going to keep right on doing it. And if people don't like it, that's their problem.
Yep. He wants to show his patriotism.
Yeah,
That's him.
yeah. So
But I've seen a bunch of interviews, and I've seen him on the Country Reunion. My mom watches the Country Reunion shows that Bill Anderson put on.
Yeah,
For years and years and years.
Western Bill Anderson.
Yep.
That's what they call it, Western Bill, because
he put these shows together, basically to bring the old country back into relevancy again.
Yeah. Now, see, I listen to what they call Prime Country.
Yeah.
All right, Prime Country is on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Radio, and Prime Country is the music from the 80s and country music from the 80s and 90s.
Yep. But
And I listen to
he
that a
brings
lot.
in all these people like Bobby Bear and
Yeah,
God, can't even remember some of the like Gene Watson.
well, you'll also have some
Sean Connolly.
You'll have old Tim McGraw and Faith Hill from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but
Some of their songs and all
the
that.
stuff I'm talking about is like way before them.
But I mean, but I'm just saying,
And-
this is all 80s and 90s music.
Yeah, but the stuff I'm talking about is way before them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you got running. Hey, Jen and Dens, how you doing? Cindy, welcome back.
but what the rule was for this country reunion thing is you come in and you bring an artist in to help keep country alive. Okay. And that's what these people were doing. And it was, I want to say, he sang the Chandelier song.
Oh, really?
Crystal Chandelier.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Oh,
It's African American fella.
well, you got one of the songs. You got Johnny Mathis. You got Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride. Charlie Pride.
One of Charlie Pride's songs was has a lot of meaning to me.
Yep.
It's called "Kiss an Angel, Good Morning."
Yep.
It was
Yep.
out in the 70s.
Yeah.
It was "Kiss an Angel, Good Morning" was the last song I heard as a civilian. When I joined the Navy, that was the last song before I got sworn in that I heard was "Kiss an Angel, Good Morning."
Yeah. Charlie Pride brought, from what I heard, brought Neil McCoy into the country music business, and like to help elongate the country music business. And since then, Neil McCoy has been like a shining example of what a star quality person in the country music business is. He is very appreciative of all the opportunities that he's awarded and he's earned. He's very humble towards all the people that are in the music business, as his peers. He's always been one of the nicest people to have an interview with. And, that's just from seeing interviews and seeing him on these shows that I could, safely say that, hey, if I had an opportunity to meet Neil McCoy, I think it would be a fantastic conversation.
Yeah. Well, like I said, now Charlie Pride was a baseball player.
Yep.
And I can't remember if he was a pitcher or not, but didn't make it, but made it as a country singer.
Yep.
And like I said, his Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, I love that song. And like I said, though, it was the last song I heard as a civilian before I joined the Navy.
Yep.
My mom and dad, see, when I joined, like I said, I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana. It's about an hour, a little over an hour southwest of Indianapolis. And so when I joined, I had to go to Indianapolis to the AFIS up there, Armed Forces Service Center or whatever it stood for. And all the branches, that's where you went and got sworn in at, whatever branch you were going to. So it was all armed forces. And so anyway, my parents drove me up the day I went in. I could have took the Navy take me up, but my parents wanted to take me because it was going to be the last time they get to see me for about 2-3 months, about 2.5 months.
They wanted to make sure, eh?
Yeah, they wanted to make sure I actually got out and went in. So anyway, that was the song playing when we got to Indianapolis. And I had said goodbye to my mom and dad and walked in. Now, a lot of people thought I was crazy because we had 6 inches or more snow on the ground. And I'm wearing, do you remember the old civilian pea coat? They called them pea coats. They were just like a heavy flannel shirt, but they were a little heavier.
Oh, yeah. The lumberjack jacket.
Yeah, but it didn't have the lining. It was a fall pea coat. It was just very heavy flannel, no lining. That's what I was wearing when I went in. And like I said, it was cold. We had snow on the ground, but I'm going to California, so I know where I'm going. So I get out of a nice warm car. I walk about 10 feet into a nice warm building. I go in, I get sworn in, and we're being taken to the airport. I walk out of a nice warm building, get in a nice warm van, drove to the airport, get out of the van, walk about 10 feet into a nice warm airport, get on an airplane. I land in California, but everybody's looking at me like I'm nuts. This is when I'm at AFIS. I said, where are you going? I said, where are you going for boot camp? They said, well, we're going here or there. And I said, I'm going to California. I said, I don't need that winter coat when I get there. And I said, I get out of a nice warm car. I walk into a nice warm building. Hey, sis, how you doing? Carla Thompson is my sister. That's my youngest sister. Happy Easter, sis. By the way, your birthday card is on the way. I hope you get it in time.
Yeah, they were probably lucky you weren't wearing shorts.
I wasn't going to be. No, I get burned too easy to be wearing shorts. Okay, I burn easy. I'm very light skinned, especially my legs and my back and stuff. My arms and face have got a lot more color than any other part of mine. And so anyway, like I was telling them, I walk out of a nice warm car into a nice warm building, from a nice warm building to a nice warm car. I'm going to walk out of that to a nice warm airport and get on a warm plane. And I'm going to get off in California. I don't need a winter coat. And there were some other guys going to San Diego with me for boot camp when I went, and they're wearing winter coats. So when we get to San Diego, they're taking their coats off and having to carry them. I just unbuttoned mine, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable. I said, you don't need,
Yeah.
The only
don't dress for where you're at, dress for where you're going.
Yeah. Now, I had to button it up in the morning when we first got up because it was cool.
Yeah.
But the rest of the day, I can unbutton it and just wear it open, and I was comfortable. They'd put their winter coat on, And then the rest of the day, they'd have to take it off and carry it until we got back to the barracks. Now, I went in on a Friday, so they had to do that the whole weekend, you know. And then Sunday night, I had a mustache. I shaved it off. I shaved my sideburns off. Everybody going, why are you doing that? I said, you'll see tomorrow. Because you got to remember, my older brother was already in, so I knew everything was going to happen. So we go to the barber the next day, and they just take all the hair off. So the guys that didn't shave their mustache or beard, now they have no hair, you know, on the head, and they got the mustache and the beard, and now they got to go home and go back to the base and shave it, you know.
Yeah.
I was already set. Now, Carla, I want to wish you a happy birthday. I'm going to try to give you a call Monday unless you're not going to be home, so just let me know.
Well, happy birthday, Carla.
Yeah. Her birthday's April 1st, April Fool's baby.
Same
Now-
day as Mylene Cercados.
Yeah. And then our oldest sister, Wanda, her birthday is if I remember right, the 17th of April. And by the way, Carla, you two have the same birthday card.
Yeah, well, I'm going to jump down here, bud. I want to get this video made.
All right. You take care now.
Yeah, take her
Thanks
easy.
for coming up.
Yeah.
Well, the 18th. All right. So there's 17 days between. I knew the 17th was something. But I'm going to see Wanda this next weekend. I'm going up to see her and John. I'm going to go up there and see them. And we're going to go down to Cartwright Maple Tree Inn and have pancakes on Sunday. I know their friend Mark, and I'm not sure if Tim's going. You probably already know that Dave and Nicole moved to Florida. So I won't see them, and both the boys are in college, so I'll tell them hi for you. I'm going to take Wanda's birthday card up with me. The reason why I didn't send you the one for Wanda is I couldn't find the envelope for it, and it's a lot bigger. It's the exact same thing except for hers is bigger than yours, but the design on the front and what it says on the inside is exactly the same. But I couldn't find an envelope that would fit that one. That's what I was going to send to you earlier, so I had to go buy some birthday cards, and I found the same one for you, and then I bought two different ones for the girls, and so I'll send them out in June and December when their birthdays come about. And tell Dave hi for me, and tell Amanda and Kaylee hi for me. And how's Mom doing? I know she was sick there for a little while. So how's she doing now? Is she better? I know they got the nursing home. I know they got the nursing home where you have to wear the mask and everything to go in if you're still allowed. So she is better. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. A lot of you, this is my youngest sister. I have 4 sisters. Only one younger than me, and this is her. The other 3 are all older. And she's the one that claims to be adopted. She might be. But I love her anyway. Actually, let's be honest, I love all my sisters. But what can I say? They're a bunch of good people. Now, I don't think I can live with them for very long. But I do love them. And I don't know. Carly, did I ever tell you I plan on moving to the Philippines when I retire? I know I've told Wanda. But, that won't happen until after Mom passes. I can't go anywhere as long as Mom's still alive. And then it'll depend on my health if I still have my health. Well, yeah, right now I do plan on moving to the Philippines when I retire. If I have my health. I got to have my health. I want to go somewhere warm. It's warm all year around there. English is a second national language in the Philippines. And I can live there on my Social Security comfortably. A lot more than I could in Terre Haute or anywhere else in the States. And have decent health care. I mean, I could live in Terre Haute probably on the same amount of money, but I'd have to watch it a lot more. It'd be a lot more difficult to do anything besides pay my rent, my car, insurance, and upkeep, and groceries. It'd be a little more difficult. Where in the Philippines, I could live on a lot less than what I get from Social Security. and I can live comfortably on what I get from Social Security, which is what I want to do. I want to live comfortably. I don't want to have to work forever. I don't want to be like Grandpa. I do not want to work into my 80s. I do not want to work till almost 90 years old. As you probably remember, Grandpa had that one job that he retired from only because they're going to lay somebody off. And he went out and bought a pickup truck and started hauling junk and whatever else somebody else wanted him to haul until he was about 90 years old when they finally took his driver's license away from him. I don't want to do that. I am not a workaholic. I don't want to be a workaholic. I want to retire, and I want to be able to enjoy my retirement. And the way I look at things, probably the best way I can do that is, like I said, move out of country. So my plan is to move to the Philippines. And like I said, I know I told my friends around here, and I told Wanda, so I wasn't sure if I told you that. So I'm telling you now. I know I get good home cooking. You're a lot better cook than anybody else in the family. The only one that come close would probably be Wanda, because the girls aren't that, they don't cook that much. I probably cook more than they do. Matter of fact, I know I do. I'm probably a better cook than they are. Now, Ruthan's a better baker. She can bake. Now, let's be honest about that. She's a really very good baker. But they don't cook much. But, yeah, I know I'd be well fed back there. But, like I said, I want to get away from the cold. Hey, girlie Cena, how you doing? But I do want to get away from the cold. And so that is something I given a lot of thought to. So I haven't, right now, I plan on going to the city of Cebu, which is one of the 3 largest cities in the Philippines, Manila being the largest. I plan on going there at first to see how I like it. It may be larger than the one I want to live in. I don't know, but I plan on staying there for a couple of months to make sure. If it's larger than I like, there's a couple of places I'll check out. So that's why I got to keep working even after. I'll be out of debt this year. I don't know if I told you that. I've told Wanda. I got one bill left besides my car payment and my living expenses. So I'll get that bill paid off this year. And then every month, if I create a bill every month, I'll pay it off, which is what I'm doing with the other bills I got paid off. And I'm sorry, Carl, let me give you a monitor. And so we're going to do that. And then I want to work a couple of years to save up some money. So when I do go, I'll have the money to go over and see if I can take it and enjoy it. And like I said, I may have to check out a couple different islands, a couple different cities to find out which one I feel most comfortable with. And it's not the people I'm worried about. It's the size of the city, the vibe of the city, that kind of stuff. And if I decide I can't take it because, let's be honest, it's not the United States, I may not be able to adjust. I hope I can. That's my plan, is to adjust. I got to have the money to move back. So that's why I want to work a couple of years after I get my bills paid off. So I have that money to go over, look around, if necessary, move back. But my plan is to go over and stay. That's my goal, to move over there and stay and live over there till I die. But I got to have a good hospital close by. So that's one of the requirements wherever I decide to live. Cebu has a couple good ones. Dumaguete, which is got a large expat community. Expat is expatriates from other countries. A lot of Americans, Canadians live over there. They got a couple good hospitals. Ormoc, which is on the island of Leyte, it's got a pretty good hospital from one of the guys I know that lives on Leyte, the way he talks. That's where him and his wife go. They don't live in Ormoc, but if they need a better hospital, that's where they go to. Then there's up around Manila. Manila has some great hospitals. I won't live in Manila, but I may live close to it because of the hospital situation. Because let's be honest, about the older we get, the more likely we'll need a hospital. And like I said, where I live right now, I use the VA. And if I stay in the States at all, I always live close to a VA hospital uh, for that reason, money and health care. But like I said, we just want to make sure that we take everything into consideration and think everything through. And I've been thinking on this for a while. I've decided in the last couple of years that this is what I want to do. The reason why I started this YouTube channel is that, like, when I do retire, I may be like Grandpa and want something to do, but I don't want to work for somebody. So this gives me something to do. I enjoy this part. I enjoy live streams the most because I get to talk to people. You saw I had a visitor up here earlier. That happens quite a bit. Usually I get 1 or 2 visitors. Today I had 2. I've had as many as 3 or 4 visitors at one time come up. And we'll sit around and talk. Sometimes I go an hour. I've been almost 2 hours right now. I've gone as much as 5 hours. No, I did not hear that. I know thyroid runs in the family. I take thyroid medication. Didn't you take it? What is Hashimoto? Hashimoto? What is that? I know what thyroid is. Amanda's had a lot of trouble. I'm sorry to hear that. I did not hear that. I haven't talked to Amanda in a while. In case y'all are wondering, Amanda is my niece. She's Carla's daughter. So yeah. And then Kaylee is Carla's granddaughter, Amanda's daughter. So yes, I'm old enough to be a grandpa, people. Like I said, Carla's my younger sister. And so, yeah. I'll have to get a hold of Amanda and talk to her sometime. See how she's doing. No, I've not heard that. I'm sorry to hear that. I'll have to keep her in my prayers. And now, will taking medication help her? Is that all she's going to need to do, or is she going to have to do something else? Or do you know yet, Carla? All right, Carla. Okay. Like I said, I do have thyroid problems myself. You know, Jim did as well. So I know thyroid runs in the family. Now, Jim had something different than what we did. He had what they call hyperactive thyroids, which, Jim was my older brother. He's passed away. He passed away at 37. But Jim's thyroid was the opposite of what mine is. Jim could eat, and I mean he could eat a 7-course meal and lose weight. He just constantly burning energy, just constantly. And gray siren, okay. But anyway, we were on ship together. We were in the Philippines when he was diagnosed with what was wrong with him. Hey, Maris. And when they found out what was wrong with him, they sent him back to San Diego to Balboa Hospital. Hey, Monroe. So he went back to, like I said, San Diego, Balboa Hospital, got treated for it, got it straightened out. They treated him with iodine treatment, and his weight straightened up. He put some weight back on. He was in good shape. He got stationed in Great Lakes, Illinois, which he loved that job. And then after he got out, his thyroids were completely burned out, and he couldn't lose weight to save his life. And, well, thank you, Monroe. Tell Marion hi. And if you want to come on up. I'm sitting here talking with my little sister, Carla Thompson. She was just telling me about my niece having thyroid problems, which runs in the family. She's got the same thing my sister has, which is different than what I have, but my older brother also had thyroid problems. So, it just runs in the family. I got to lose weight, but like I said, I can do it where my brother Jim couldn't, so I'm assuming we have different types. I don't know what kind mine is. They never told me. I never asked. For a long time, my thyroids would go up and down, and I didn't need medication, then I didn't, and so they didn't put me on it for a long time because it fluctuated. And now I'm on medication for it, and I just take one pill a day, and I take it in the morning when I get up. So, it's something I got to deal with. I'll deal with the rest of my life. I've been dealing with it for years. So there's no big whoop. I mean, you take your medication, keep moving, and keep hoping for the best. I don't know what a GER is, but all I know is like I said, they test me one time, my thyroid's be low. The next time they be normal. So I got tested one time, and he says, well, we're going to put you on this medication here. All right, it's growth. And I thought it was, but I wasn't positive. I didn't want to make an assumption, Carla. So my doctor told me he's going to put me on this medication. It was a very low dosage. And I never did get around to getting it. And I went back, and he says, oh, perfect. The medication we gave you straightened it right out. It's really good. And I said, well, Doc, I haven't started taking it yet. He says, then don't, because once you start taking it, you're going to have to take it the rest of your life. And so he would never order it for me unless I had 2 times in a row that it was low. And usually it'd be one time it'd be low, the next time it'd be normal. And then finally it got to where, all right, you need to take it. And matter of fact, I was in the VA system by the time I ended up having to take it. And I was no longer seeing that doctor because, well, my health insurance for my company was dropped. And so I started just using the VA, and I've been using them ever since. And that's been, oh my goodness, 15 years or thereabouts I've been in the VA system. 99. When I first went there was in 99. And then I started using them on a regular basis around 2004 or 2005, somewhere in there. It's almost 20 years. I've been in the system longer. I've been in the system 25 years, almost. It'll be 25 years this coming winter, like in December. No, it'll be before that. Like October, November, it'll be 25 years. But I've been in the system. But I've only been using them for about 20 years. Not quite 20 years. Right. Strictly, that was the only medical that I used. About 20 years now, almost. So they've done quite well by me. I know some people really don't like them, but there's a couple things that happened that I wish hadn't happened, but a lot of that was due to my own stupidity, not theirs. So I've actually had pretty good luck with them. There's some things I think they could do better on, but I think they've done pretty good, by me at least. So I'm happy with that. But now Monroe, or anybody else? Oh, we got somebody coming up.
Let's go ahead.
Hey, Retro, how you doing, man?
How you doing?
Not bad. Now, what's this security officer Retro doing?
I'm actually now the neighborhood security here in Loop. Well, my neighborhood. So,
Okay, that's cool.
I've been assigned as one of the neighbors to be neighborhood security because the neighbors in the neighborhood next door to us have been they've been causing trouble. So, we've seen them. A lot of neighbors have complained that they were reaching into mailboxes, just leaving litter all over our neighborhood. So, I've been asked.
Hold on, Retro. Good night, Carla. We'll talk to you later. Love you now. Carla's my youngest sister.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Good night.
she came up. So she's getting ready to go to bed. She goes to bed early. Although
Right.
this is late for her.
Yeah. But yes, I've been asked by not just the neighborhood as a whole. I've been actually asked by the neighborhood watch monitor,
Yeah.
who owns a private property in this neighborhood. So,
Yeah.
and the neighbor of the security company is Ace Securities,
Okay.
mainly because the manager officer of the neighborhood is one of the ROTC men that went to an Air Force training. So we have named the security company Ace Securities.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
I've been
so-
I've been kind of asked to put my life on the line. Just not really, but it's just typical kids running people's mailboxes and stuff. But
Yeah.
still kind of putting my life on the line in case of that kind of emergency, which it doesn't happen around here, so it's not a worry. But definitely trying to keep kids out of trouble here. So
Now, Madeline, thank you for coming. And she said hello to both of us there, Retro.
hello, Madeline. How you doing? Good evening.
And everybody, happy Easter if I haven't told you that already. Now, Retro, you already know if you, but anybody that wants to, just put in LLL, nothing before it, nothing after it, and my Nightbot will drop your channel for you, the channel link.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's caps or not. I don't remember.
Nope, that does not matter.
I'm
Caps
on
or
it.
no caps, does not matter.
Evening, Madeline. How you doing?
Yeah.
And
My
I got a new cup too. This was for Zork. You remember my friend Zork?
yeah, Stuckies.
Yep.
Stuckies
Zork-
is back home.
Yeah. Zork had mentioned on my channel while we were podcasting one time that he found a Stuckies in his area. Now I promised him I would get something Stuckies at some point to tribute his wow reaction to the whole ordeal. So I made a YouTube short about the clip from the podcast, which was a perfect clip. That was the moment he kind of like almost had a freak out, like a
Yeah.
heart attack when he found out there was a Stuckies in there. And then on top of that, I told him, you know what, I'm gonna get merch of Stuckies just to tribute you. So kept my promise.
Like I said, there's a Stuckies back home in Indiana,
Yeah.
close to where I live. It's
Oh,
outside the city, but it's in the same county.
yeah.
At least it
and
used to
Zork-
be. I haven't been there for a while. But
So-
it's been a couple of years. So
And just so you're aware, Mr. Lazy, I'm not just monitoring your chat and I'm also monitoring YouTube Police. You know YouTube Police, correct?
who?
YouTube Police. Belt
No.
Loop 29. Belt Loop 29.
No.
He's another YouTuber I roll with. So he's a
That's
nice
all
guy.
right.
But he's nice. And
Well, like I said,
I'm helping moderate both chats right now because
That's all right. We're glad you dropped in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. Like I said, my little sister came in.
Of course.
And her
And
birthday's Monday.
I just wanted to catch you live because I haven't seen you in so long.
Like I said, my sister's birthday's Monday.
Oh, happy birthday to her.
And
How's she doing, by the way? How's she doing?
Yeah. she's gone. She usually goes to bed before this. So
Yeah,
she dropped in to
gotcha.
say hi. First time she's actually, I'm sure she's been in the background a few times. This is the first time she popped in and actually was talking online. And I heard her. She was my 300th subscriber.
Nice.
I was back home a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and I had 298 subscribers. Well, her husband subscribed; he was 299. She subscribed; she was my 300th.
Nice. Is 300 a significant number to you? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
it was a round number. It's easy to remember, 300.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
of course. We all know that movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But I'm just saying it was just it's a number I can remember, and it
Yeah,
took
that's
it took me forever to get to 300. I'm at 790 now. That's still
Well, I
not-
got news for you, buddy. I just realized and found out that you remember Young King Blakey, my buddy, right?
Who?
Young King Blakey. I think
I've
you
heard
remember
of
him.
it. I
too.
don't really remember him, but I
Yeah,
remember hearing of him.
he's one of my coworkers on YouTube that I work with sometimes.
Yeah.
On stream. He is almost done with his watch hour. He's got every subscriber he needs for the super chats. He already has 3 videos posted. He just needs a little bit more watch hours, and he's golden for the earn button on super chats. I'm so proud of him.
You can get monetized at 500.
No, I
subscribers.
looked at the.
But
I
you
looked
can
at-
do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not even going to do it at 1,000. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get monetized for a while. I'm not
Yeah, I
interested
just
in that.
noticed. Yeah, I thought that too when they said monetize at 500, but in the when you go to your YouTube studio, it basically says you get fully monetized at 1,000.
Yeah, but you
still.
can get monetized where you can get certain perks at
Super
500.
chat, yeah.
I
super
mean, it's
chat.
not full monetized. No, it's like monetized light or something like that.
Yeah, it's called super
Yeah.
chats. So.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm not interested in that. I'm
Yeah,
not
I was-
interested in getting fully monetized at 1,000.
Yeah,
I like to reach 1,000. I'll
You know,
probably
it's-
celebrate getting 1,000.
Yeah, of course.
I'll probably do. I don't know if you were.
But
when I
I'm
did my
over
70th
1,000
birthday,
subs.
do you
but
remember
I'm
my
over it.
celebration?
Oh, your
remember my
birthday?
celebration for my 70th birthday?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll
I was
probably
there,
do
I
the same
think.
thing for 1,000 subscribers.
Nice.
I'll probably have if LV, if I can get LV to help me again, I'll probably do the same thing.
All right. Well, I am already past 1,000. Not to toot my own horn here, I'm just letting you know. And I
No,
actually
no,
did
no,
1,000.
There's people that haven't even been online for a year yet and gotten over 1,000. Just
Really?
some people. Oh yeah,
They just
Some
were
people-
vacant, and they got 1,000 just by being vacant. Wow, that's impressive.
No. I said they come on and they do their channel, but yet they explode for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, of course.
And they've not been a year, but they hit 1,000 subscribers in less than a year.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because they hit a niche. They got something that people like, and
Of course.
like I said, I've been at this almost 3 years now.
Nicely done. Well, I give you credit, bro. I do give you credit.
Like I said, I do this for fun.
Of course. It's all
like-
it is.
Like I was telling my little sister, our grandfather had a regular full-time 40-hour-a-week job till he was in his 80s.
Yeah.
The only reason he retired, LV. Welcome, LV. LV.
LV. I tried that.
Thank you for coming. Now, LV, you're having your giveaway next week, right?
Hello, LV.
Right, LV. Next week's your giveaway. Well,
I think
I
she
think-
liked that LV bit that we done because she put 3 laughing green emojis in the chat. So
is it Monday? Oh, it's Monday. It's a
Hmm.
week from Monday. Okay, I was thinking it was going to be on Sunday.
Does that mean you're gonna have a
I'm
case
trying to
on
decide
Monday?
whether or not I'm going to have a live stream Saturday this next week because I'm going to be at my oldest sister's house, whose birthday is also in April. Her birthday's the 18th. And, oh, yeah. My youngest sister's April 1st. My oldest sister's April 18th.
I just remembered. I do have something special coming up in April, but it's not my birthday. And it's not 1,000 subscribers. In April, on the 16th, will be my 1-year anniversary on Retroverse XL.
But, well, like I said, lacking 17 days between my two sisters being 18 years difference in age.
Wow.
Yeah. My youngest
Well done.
sisters, yeah. There's almost 18 years difference between the two of them.
You know,
Now, see, there's 7 kids in my family.
Yeah.
My mom had 2 miscarriages between myself and my younger brother. There would have been 9 of us.
Sorry about that, bub. My condolences
Yeah.
to the ones
But
that passed.
I have four sisters, and I had two brothers, so there was 3 boys and 4 girls. Both my brothers have passed a long time ago.
Sorry, buddy.
I've already outlived my father, both my brothers. My
Well
my
done.
older brother died at 37.
Damn. What was?
My younger
If you
brother
don't mind me,
too.
if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to
Cancer.
answer. Cancer.
Cancer.
Okay. My dad
They
died of that.
they called it germ cancer.
Germ cancer.
They think a
So-
germ causes it. It's not hereditary, not contagious,
Right.
highly curable, but usually deadly because it causes no pain. We knew he had cancer less than 6 weeks before he died.
Damn.
And then my younger brother died at 56, cancer, skin
Yeah.
cancer.
Oh, well, there's something that causes pain. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, he
My
was in pain.
dad, there were my 2 dads, my stepfather and my biological father both died from 2 different kinds of cancer.
Yeah.
My
Well,
biological father died from leukemia, which is a type of cancer, I believe.
Yeah.
My stepfather, though, I think he had a little bit worse than my dad, real dad. Now, my stepfather Jeffrey had stomach cancer, but here's a catch-22: it spread throughout his whole body. And that's how he died. He lasted about a year or 2 past his supposed lifespan.
Well,
Give
like I
that
said, my
man
dad-
credit every day. So
my dad died at 61,
yeah,
Of
sorry about
cancer.
your Skypati.
and now at 60 he had an operation, and but I guess they didn't get it all. They thought they did, but they didn't get it all. So a year later he died,
Sorry, buddy.
and
That's rough. And
but
I'm
like
sorry.
I said, so I'm 70, so I've already outlived both of them.
Well, that
Three of
I'm
my-
not sorry for. That's good. I'm glad you're still
But
alive.
both,
I'm not.
my 3 older sisters are all in. My older sister's 80; she'll be 81 in April.
Well done.
My next to the oldest sister will be 76 in June,
Right.
and then my third to the oldest sister will be 75 in December,
Yeah.
and I'll be 71 in September.
Oh, well done.
So
I'm happy for you, buddy. I'm happy for your well.
Yeah. I got to ask Elvie something real quick. Now, Elvie, I want to mention this again. Now, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm wanting to have a celebration like we did for my 70th birthday, and I want to know if you'll help me out with that when we get there. I still got 210, so we got a ways to go. So it'll be long after your celebration, and we'll have to set it up if you're willing to help. And we'll have to pick a time for that. But I want to get to 1,000, and then we'll do another celebration. But I just told my little sister today. I guess I hadn't told her before that I plan on moving to the Philippines. I did that here online in a few years, and she said I hadn't told her. Now my oldest sister, I've told her before, but I hadn't told my youngest sister. I don't think I've told my other 2 sisters. So I'll tell them when I go back home this year. Like I said, I on my Social Security, I could survive, especially in Indiana, on my Social Security. But that's all I'd be doing is surviving. You know,
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to travel much. I'd have to. And I don't plan on traveling much anyway. But money would be a
Mr.
lot-
Larry,
a lot
I gotta
brighter.
get going. It's
All right.
10:09. It's time for me to start my late night work,
All
which
right,
is
I understand.
both
Hey,
security
good luck,
duties,
Retro.
so.
Thanks for popping up. I'll be dropping off myself here in a little bit.
Of course, I kind of figured that too. That's what I'm getting at here while the going gets good. So,
Uh,
love
I
you,
appreciate
brother.
it.
Good night.
Take care, man.
I've got
Happy
night-
Easter.
I've got the graveyard shift tonight because
I've worked those before.
So I got plenty of coffee. Don't worry, I got some coffee in it. So
I prefer.
and my brother, being the nice brother, is treating me to a little whoopie pie.
There you go.
Brother. Good night, brother. Good night.
Take care, man.
Good night,
Enjoy
LB.
yourself.
Good night, LB.
LV, LV,
Did I
LV,
do that? LV. Good night, LB.
LV, LV.
Oh,
That's one's L and the other one's V. So that's why you go like this.
So I should probably practice with one first and then move the two hands. I'll have to train myself. I'll do that. I'll leave you alone. Bye, Larry.
All
Larry
right,
for the
Retro.
triple LLL.
That's
Good night,
me.
buddy. Bye, guy.
All right. Take care, man. Now, Elvie, did you, if you're still there, did you hear my question? And what's your answer? Like I said, now I don't know about this coming Saturday. I'll have to check with my sister. If she minds if I bring up my laptop and do a live stream out of one of her bedrooms, which is where I'll be sleeping. I don't think she'll care, but I got to check with her. I don't want to just assume something. I'll be staying at her house, so I got to abide by her rules. And so that just, whenever you visit somebody, you have to take their itinerary and their rules into consideration. It's only the proper thing to do. And like I said, I do love my sisters, all four of them, although sometimes they can be a pain. But that's just we siblings are. You can get on each other's nerves, but you still love each other. And like I said, I've moved around a lot. I always had my family. And so we got very close. And so, like I said, I would not leave without letting them know well in advance. That's why I'm telling them now. If I have my health, I'm going to the Philippines. That's what I told my little sister tonight. Wanted to make sure she knew. I already told my oldest sister. I like to tell my other two sisters when I go home. I think I've told my cousin George, who's the cousin I'm the closest to. We're only 11 days apart in age, but he's also one of my very best friends. I already told my best friend out here that's my plan. I don't think they like it, but I'm not living my life to make somebody else happy. I can't stand the cold. I can take it, but that didn't mean I like it. I'd rather have the heat. Yes, LV, if you're still listening, I'd rather have 109 than 40. I have been at 109 degree heat. I've been at 112 degree heat. It doesn't mean I like it, but I've been in it and I prefer it over this. I used to never wear shorts until one summer we had 112 a few days, not upper 100, up over 100 for a few days in a row. I think the highest was 112. And I'm standing in the shade out at my cousin's house and sweating my rear end off, doing absolutely nothing. And it's like, all right, I'm going to have to start wearing shorts because this is ridiculous. And I've been wearing shorts during the summer since. I just keep my legs out of the sun because I burn too easy. And this shirt here is very light. It's made for blocking the sun. It's like wearing sunscreen. And it's made for summer. I don't like this part of it, but that's just part of the design. But that's what I do. So when I move to the Philippines, I'll probably wear shirts like this, long sleeve shirts that are very light, but they block the sun. I'll wear shorts some, but I'll make sure my legs aren't in direct sunlight. I'll probably get some very light summer pants, long pants. I'll wear those as well, especially if I decide to ride bikes. I want long pants because I don't want my legs to burn. Yes, I used to ride motorcycles, but I always wore long pants when I rode a motorcycle, even during the summer, no matter how hot it was. So like I said, I don't want bad sunburns on my legs. They've been burnt real bad when I was 18, and I've not let them get burnt since then. I fell asleep on the beach in San Diego. Got a real bad sunburn on my legs. I could hardly walk for a few days, almost a week. They were burned that bad. And I mean, it hurt to wear anything. But I was in the Navy, so I had to. And I had to keep moving, so I did. And I promised myself it'd never happen again, and it hasn't, and it won't. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming. Looks like it's kind of slowing down. I want to appreciate all of you that came and visited me on your own or through someone else's suggestion, like Maurice. I want to thank her for sending her followers here. I want to thank Elvie for showing up. Elvie is a big supporter, so is Maurice. I want to thank my little sister for coming in. It's the first time she's been in a while. She's been in before, but it's been a long time since she's been in and talked to me. And she's usually in the background when she shows up, but she doesn't even say anything. She's just there. And then I have followers who may be at work right now watching me. So I want to thank them if they're in the background watching. Some of them watch me later. These are guys I used to work with. So I want to thank them for showing up when they show up. And I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. And hopefully we'll have a better April than March. Hopefully we're done with the snow, but I doubt it. With my luck, it'll probably snow again. I know they're calling for rain a lot this week. Matter of fact, on Monday, they're calling for a full sun eclipse, or full eclipse of the sun this Monday here in this part of the country. I guess I'm supposed to be able to get a very good view of it. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. I could be at training at the time. I just don't know. I'm training. If I'm taking my training at that time, I won't be able to see it. If I'm somewhere where I can see it and I get a good video of it, I'll probably take a video of it and put it up. Whether it's just as short or not, I don't know. We'll have to play that by ear. So once again, I want to thank you all for coming. And I want to let you know I truly do appreciate it. And I want you to remember to take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Remember, be kind to each other. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Plus, always try to have fun. All right, everyone. We'll see you. Bye.